Okay, waiting for the live stream to pick up and for a couple people to join. What's up, everybody? This is Dan with the Bullish Bears team. I am going to do the watch list video tonight. I got about a half hour or so to get in, so I'm going to move kind of quick, but I want to take a quick minute to cover TVIX because we had some volatility today, guys, and it provided with a lot of opportunities to trade. So I know our trade room was all over this today, so I figured I would cover it a little bit today. Let's see. Oh, you guys want me to post a link. All right. Hang on one second, and I will share the link to the stream. Where the heck is it? Where's my share button? All right, I can't find it right now, but if somebody could share the link in the chat room, that would be awesome. So TVIX, I have my TVIX chart up here. TVIX, let's look at TVIX on the longer term scale real quick, guys. So you guys know that I'm huge fans of Fibonacci retracements, and I customized it to make it a little bit. There's a lot more levels and sections using different geometric levels that after some research I found very useful. So what I was looking at, I actually had some longer term Fibonacci levels, but I went to a shorter term one, and I was looking for, you know, the last time that on an hourly chart where TVIX made a you know, a higher high. And you can see right here, this was kind of the last high, and then downtrend, 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 and then finally we've got some hourly candles that are breaking this this resistance level at 572. So I changed my fib levels midday to try to get a gauge on where TVIX might be running to. And what I determined is 628 was an area that I was watching today for it to retrace to. And why is that? That's because with this retracement tool, we're looking for 50% retracements. So when a stock has held a strong support level for quite a while and starts to make higher highs, we're looking for it to retrace 50% of its value. It didn't quite get there today, but I have a strong feeling that TVIX is on its way there, and it's going to act like a magnet, and we're going to oscillate around 628 for a little while. And then we might go higher, we might go lower. We'll see. So, but I mean, you could see all along on an hourly chart, you know, this 464 level was really strong support, and it was just a matter of time before we gapped up and started to run again. And so what happened, this is the tail of the tape. This is a 1 day, 1 minute chart. You know, what I was looking at is let me remove my, no, I'll leave that up for now. So what I was looking for this rising wedge pattern, and I was looking for this angular support. So every time TVIX pulled back to this support line, you could pretty much see it pulled back here, this yellow highlighted area here. This is one of the entries that I traded today. TVIX pulled back to this level, got above the 9, ran up to here to this fib level around, what is that, 571, and that was my exit. So I got in, I think I said 558, 559, got out 571, and then there was this long consolidation wave, and then again it pulled back again to this angular support, ran again. You guys can see all my kind of bull flags that I kind of tried to line out here, and then another consolidation wave, pull back to the angular support, ripped again. So this, let me zoom out a little bit better. So this thing just constant waves today. So long, short, I traded this both ways. I used CMEG group, Capital Markets Elite Group, and they're a broker that we actually started a program with them. So if you guys are looking at getting around the PDT rule and you're looking for a good day trading platform that uses DOS Trader, Capital Markets Elite Group, they're just the clearinghouse, so they're the actual broker, but they're using DOS Elite Trader for their platform. It's $130 bucks a month, and you guys can trade with that and get $3 trades in and out. So, and they've got great short share availability, editable editable hotkeys, which work fantastic, and I've been using them for about a month or so now. And so I use a split screen. I've got them off to my side right here, but it's Traders Elite Pro, great platform. The promo code they gave us is all capitals, CMEG, Bullish Bears. So I'll put that in the description in the video. We'll probably put that on our site and put it out in a mailer, but that'll give you guys access to the $2.95 share rate, and I think they'll let you fund it with that promo code with as little as $500. And they've got a great margin ratio. So we're going to do a full review on them later for you guys. We'll do another video. But CMEG so far has been awesome. So it beats SureTrader. It certainly beats Robinhood. And it beats, I tried Ustock Trade Out, which is kind of a web-based trading platform. You needed hotkeys to trade effectively, especially with these high volatility stocks. So for day trading, account under 25,000, CMEG group is the way to go. And if you guys want to, support our community, it'd be awesome. We keep our prices really low, and we want affiliate partnerships with guys like CME Group because it's a great platform. We tested it; it works. We feel safe recommending it to you guys, and so we got a partnership with them, and you guys can use that promo code and get set up, and then we can help you out in our trade room because we're comfortable using it. So that's the story with that. I just wanted to show you guys TVIX volatilities in play. Let's look real quick at SPY. Actually, let's pull up. I was using futures ES to chart today, so you could see this morning, really right from the bell almost. Well, really about 10 o'clock, futures just rolled over and it was trapped underneath this downtrend line. And you can see right here, it just hit resistance, failed, hit resistance, failed, finally broke out. I was telling you guys in the trade room, watch out because we are in a descending wedge. Here's the bottom of the wedge. Here's the top of the wedge. And eventually what happens is these wedges get tight and it breaks out. And I kept saying, I'm watching TVIX closely while I was trading it long and short for ES to make a play at VWAP. It didn't make it here. And it didn't make it here, it didn't make it here. I thought it might break this 200 SMA, it never did. Finally, it broke the 200 SMA on a 1-minute chart, and it rolled right to VWAP, and look where it ended the day, right at it. So that's what I was watching. This was the tight down channel that was in. The wedge got tight, kind of descending triangle and a bigger wedge. That's why you always look for more than one pattern. Look for another support level that you might not see. There's usually, 2 or 3 patterns, but a lot of times you'll get tunnel vision and I'll say, all right, this is the pattern I see, but what else is there? So you'll zoom out and go, okay, this is actually a trend line from another support level here. So here's a 5-day, 5-minute, and you see how I drew this line? This is that descending wedge. Here's the top of it, here's the bottom, and it gets tight, and then boom, it shoots out, and that's what happens. So that'll keep you guys from getting stuck in a stock like TVIX, and you end up holding the bag. CME Group is based in the Caribbean, Trinidad and Tobago, and they are registered with the IRS. They're insured by Lloyd's of London, and they've been around since 2013. They're a legit brokerage account. So for active day traders that are starting out with a small account, it's the way to go, and they're safe. It took a little while to set up. It took about almost a week to set up, and then 3 or 4 days for the wire to clear. So total time, maybe 10 business days, but really not bad. So that's futures and TVIX in a nutshell. We're trading futures. We have a futures trading room. We have a swing trade room, and we have a day trading room and a hangout room. And a lot of times you'll see ES and you know, futures tickers in different rooms. It might be in our swing trade room, day trade room, futures room all at the same time, because we're trading with the markets. We want to trade in the direction of the market. And, you know, for example, in our swing trade room as well, while I was waiting for this ES pattern to break down, you could see I have this overhead trend line. This was from at the highs. Let me change the color for you guys. This is the this red line is a trend line from at the highs, and I was waiting for this to break down. This was kind of a rising wedge. You could see right here. This was a kind of a triangle rising wedge. I was waiting for it to either spill out or break out and try to break this 27.48, which it never did. And so I traded a bear call spread. So I actually traded that on SPY. And so that's essentially where you're bearish on the stock, whatever it is, and you're buying a call close to at the money, and then you're selling one out of the money, and then letting time work at your favor, and time and direction. So as long as it either trades sideways or sideways and down, and time expired where the contract was reaching expiration date, and theta picks up, time decay picks up. You know, the contract, you're basically making money in two directions, versus when you just buy a call or a put, you really need it to go down or up. So it's a smarter way for you guys to trade. We highly recommend you guys learn option spreads with anything, and especially with our swing trade watch list. You know, we're looking at stocks that you know, have good setups and have good patterns, but it's great. You know, and you could buy, you know, straight calls and puts, but it's always safer to buy spreads, like I said, because it gives you, you know, a higher chance to profit. So that's what it's all about. So I'm just checking real quick in the chat room. Yeah, and SureTrader is fine if you guys are using SureTrader. I know some of you guys had mentioned that you guys are using it, and that's totally fine if you are. If you like it and it's working for you, great. But if you're new and you want to you know, start off, or even if you just, you know, you want to try something else, you know, give them a try, because I didn't personally use SureTrader. I just know of some of the complaints that I've heard from people in our community about them. So, and I'm personally, you know, as the Bullish Bears, I'm using CMEG group, and they work awesome. I haven't had any errors or issues with fills. Execution's been great. I use Interactive Brokers for my other main trading account. This was kind of like a test to use CMEG, and it's been great. So I feel comfortable recommending them to y'all. So with that said, let's jump into the swing trade watch list. I'm going to go through a bunch of tickers here and kind of sort by, you know, stuff that came up on our scan. I might change a couple scans. I'm really first thing I like to do is just kind of scan through and see if I see anything like big name tickers that I recognize. Like here's Kohl's. Kohl's came up on the scanner today, and you could see Kohl's is, let me clear this chart. So Kohl's went on a nice run, right? Went in a nice run like this. And it's just been in this giant, like, flag consolidation period right here. Oops, that trend line's not perfect. Not that they have to be perfect, but let's make this better. So, kind of here's the pattern with Kohl's, and it's at the top. It had earnings a couple days ago. It's bounced pretty much every time it's hit the top of this channel. What's happened? It's pulled back. So you got the dividend coming up, and, you know, this is an area where I would look to sell a bear call spread. And this might be something that I put on the watch list. Let's see. So let's go from here. Actually, let's go out a little bit longer. All right, there we go. Let's draw some major retracement levels. Okay, bada bing. So across the 50% level, now we're here. So really what you're looking for, let's go closer to the daily. So here's what we need. we need a green close above this previous high for us to be bullish on coals, and I'm sure there's decent amount of options on coals. So that's the level we'd be looking for it to be bullish. And at this point, this is something that I would look for it to break down, or already start to break down in this level at this 67.93 level. So let's look at it. It got above to 69.99, and you can see right there, boom, pulled right back. I'm actually going to set an alert right here, and I'm going to put this on the watch list. So I like this one. 69.99. So this is recent at the highs level. Watch for a breakout to 73.70 or rejection back to 62 level. So this one I'm going to leave just at. So here's one that you can play either way. At or above, closing above this on the daily is going to send this up, send the signal to the bulls that we could take this up to 73.70. But a breakdown of this level, where it hits this level and then pulls back underneath this 67.93 price area, is going to signal to the bears, hey, we can take it back down to this fib level again, and we're still, this range is still good, right? This range is still good. We've tested it once, twice, three, four times now, and which is kind of a bullish setup. I am leaning kind of bullish on it, but I want to be cautious and be prepared to take advantage of this range and range trading if this pulls back. So I'll leave the alert kind of neutral, semi-bullish, and we'll keep an eye on it. But we'll add this, I think, coals is great to add to the watch list. All right, what else we got? American Airlines, Aflac. I've charted this one before. I actually traded this a while back here. So that was before I was trading with fibs. So let's take a look. This thing's kind of been trading in a range as well. You know, and it's actually at support right here. It's in this big ascending triangle. So this might be, it's not really a lot of movement though. So 44 to 45, 46. I don't like these $2 or $3 ranges where it takes a long time, and you can see this is starting to get tight, where it would eventually either break out or spill out, but it might take a while for it to hit. So I'm not sure I like this one to add to the watch list. So maybe I'll leave that off. Let's see what else we got. I might pull up a different scan if I don't see. Oh, I got Dunkin Donuts. Speaking of Dunkin Donuts, I could really go for iced coffee. Okay. It's super hot here in Connecticut. It's like one of the muggiest days yet. Not complaining though, because we haven't had much spring or summer. Or spring, I should say. It's not technically summer yet. All right, so this I kind of like. You know, poor Dunkin is hit this top level. You've got this doji candle engulfing bearish, and now it's been closing below the 9. This is a stock that you would definitely want to consider trading a bear call spread on, and selling some calls, you know, close to at the money and some out of the money outside of the range. You probably want to be in this one already, but let's look at the trend. All right, so the trend was 68.45. Boom. All right, so here's where my intuition, trader's intuition, is telling me that we're pulling back to this angular support. right here. You guys see it? And we're going to kind of like Plinko bounce off these ladder rungs until we get to this level, and which is the 200 SMA is going to come up slightly to meet it. The 50 might pick it up first. That's this line right here. So we'll have to keep an eye and see if the 50 SMA picks it up at 62. Right now we're at 63.80. I'd really like to see a 920 crossover, and you could see right here what happens when price is in limbo in these fib levels, right? And you get a crossover, it'll accelerate towards the 50, and might get caught at some part of the day today, the day throughout the day on the 50, close above it, close underneath it. You kind of have to gauge it as it goes along, but what I'm looking for is for this 920 crossover is going to make me feel very bearish. And I already like on the hourly how we have the crossover. We're below the 200 SMA in the hourly. We're kind of bear flagging right here, and you can see that trend line is right around 58, 59 bucks. So I'd be looking to enter. Let me see if there's a tighter. Let's find a tighter level. So there's a hammer here, and I'm not going to count this doji. I'm going to go back to like where price was mainly, because it lines up perfect with right here on the hourly. So I'm going to be looking for, you could see how the bulls came in and pushed it back up. The hourly is really oversold. This thing's probably going to bounce with the markets tomorrow. And it's probably going to come up and maybe test this triangle, top of this triangle area, before it squeezes and comes out, spills out rather, and comes back down. But I'm going to set an alert right here. Let this bounce a little bit, come back down, trigger this. We got some room to drop on this one. So I'm looking at these hourly lows, and I'm going to set an alert at a test just below where those candles closed. All right. So this is a bit of a rising wedge, watching daily for 920 crossover, room to drop 59.90. So we're going to do at or below. Boom. Right? So we're looking for hourly close about below this level of 63.39. Might find a little support at 62.59, but we'll get a good entry here on a spread. And ultimately, we want to see on a daily that we're going to come down and test this bottom triangle. We might get picked up a little at the 50, around 62 or 62.50 as this rises a little bit. But I ultimately think we did this huge run, failed to break this level. It's a pretty good sign with the indicators rolling over, MACD rolling over, RSI pointing down. We can do a spread on this and make some coin. And really, this 200 SMA is probably going to pick it up at some point, right around 62. So I think that's good. We got some good names. We got Dunkin. We got, I typed that in wrong. We got Dunkin Donuts. My family loves Dunkin Donuts, so we're putting that on there. We got Kohl's. And let's maybe find one more for the swing trade watch list. GPS, let's see. Allstate. I've been looking at this one before. There's another one I'm not really too crazy about. Hang on, let me clear this. Let's see, so super long-term support right here. And this is pretty long-term resistance. You know, just kind of this, it's not at the bottom of it, it's not at the top of it. And, you know, it appears to get a lot of wicks off of here and then come right back up. You know, it's already did this big pullback, came back up, maybe pull back again. Again, it's like $1 or so range, and that's just not enough meat on the bone to effectively trade, you know, and sell options. Other than, you know, if you wanted to sell an option spread outside of here, it's very likely to stay in this, but eventually this is going to get tighter and tighter, and it's going to spill out. It's going to break up or break down. So let's look at this one. LQ. I'm going to pull up another swing trade. Let's see. Let's look at some bullish setups maybe. LB Lucky Brands. Oh, that's an old fib. I don't use this anymore. All right, Lucky Brands might be catching a bounce here. So earnings on 5/23, got the 50 SMA. Let's put one bullish on, because the market, like we were looking at earlier, you know, the market, this is the SPX. It kind of came close to this 50 SMA and pulled right back up. So we might get another pop up, day or two pop up, test this again. We'll have to keep an eye on it, but we shouldn't just have all bullish or bearish or neutral. We want to have something with you know, a bullish setup and a bearish setup and a neutral setup. So between the three, I think we're pretty good, depending on which way the market decides to go. So here is LB, and LB has been really trading underneath this resistance, and it's been in one hell of a downtrend, and it looks like it might be coming to an end, because it held 3070 really well, right? And it's starting to break out, and then these are the next levels that I'd be watching for it to get above. So I really want to see LB get above the 50 SMA, which is at 3587. And so we go up to 3587. You can see how it like flirted with the idea of getting above it today on a 5-minute chart. Went right back down underneath that trend line. So really what we want to see for LB is for it to break this 36 level and show that it's going to make a run back to 3881. So let's see, break angular since fib level 3881. So at or above, bullish, break this angular resistance, triangle, room to love. Let's see, I'll leave 3881 because I think that's a decent amount of profit. Could obviously get more with how beating this thing up. Again, back to that that 50% retracement level is much higher. Pay no mind to this. I know the angle changed a little bit on this, but here we go. We're really looking for this to get out and maybe make a play on the 200 SMA all the way up here at 44 bucks, and then the 50% level 46.89. So we'll add LB to the watch list. You guys have any questions? I know I got 30 or so people watching live, or 31. Anything you guys want me to chart real quick, take a look at? I'm going to keep working on the day trade watch list, but I wanted to show you guys the swing trade watch list. Wanted to recap what happened in the trade room today with TVIX, and I mean, there was a bunch of other stuff that ran early with the high day momentum scanner. It wasn't just a TVIX day, but I know David, who's one of our team members, David Hotkey Hildy, did a great job today and got a bunch of scalps on some of the low floaters that I missed this morning. But I got in on TVIX I got 7 or 8 trades today on TVIX. Such a great day. So, you know, and TVIX got room to run for, this could be the bounce. It could get up to this 628 level and then beyond 669. These are all the levels I'll be watching for stop and go. Maybe making a run up to this 50 SMA around 750. So that's it. I'm going to check the, see if I missed any messages in the trade room. I've got so many windows open. I got YouTube and I have our 4 trade rooms up. It's hard to pay attention to them. Yeah, Chris, I'll take a look at that. Chris was suggesting I show you guys something new, but I'm not sure what it is, so I'll have to show you guys another day and practice with it so don't screw it up and teach you guys something that isn't true or right. So it's a recap. Check out CME groups. Actually, what you want to do, if you guys are really interested, you're going to send an email to, let me see, what's the web address? brokerage@cmegroup.com. So let me copy this right here. I want to show you guys. I know it's kind of a weird way to open up a brokerage account, but if you go to this brokerage@cmelightgroup.com and put in the promo code. They literally just gave this to us today. So it's all capital CMEG, Bullish Bears. And that's it. Just say, hey, I'd like to open an account. I'm a Bullish Bears member. Here's my promotional code. And they'll give you something special. I believe what they're going to give you is the ability to open up the account with as little as $500, and you know, again, access to 295 trades, and the 295 trades up to 1,000 shares. I believe their pricing changes a little bit above that, but minimum deposit $500, and you get a 6-to-1 margin. So for $500. I'm sorry, actually, for $500, you're going to get a 4-to-1 margin. So that'll give you $2,500 to trade with. And that's like actually trade with, not just giving you the ability to have the liquidity to trade, but you could do that. So anything less than $500, they only do a cash account. So I recommend putting at least $2,500 in so you can get that 6-to-1 margin ratio, which is really nice. So if you've been practicing for a long time, you're ready to go into the real world with this. Having a little bit of dough, $2,500 saved up or more is going to give you that awesome margin and allow you to play some nice scalps on these tickers. All right, someone said AZES, so I'll pull it up real quick. AZES, why is that not? I think it's a different ticker. You want to type that again? I saw that on our scanner today, and I can't see it. So let me see. I can actually pull up. Let me do this. I'm sure it'll pull up on this list. AEZS. Okay. So let's look at this one today. Nice. Closed pretty high at the high of day. 248. It's respecting this trend line I have on it right here. Let me clear the chart. So you guys wanted me to chart this, so I'm going to chart this real quick and then I'm going to go. So boom. Tweezer bottoms right here. If you don't know what tweezer bottoms are, take our candlestick courses. We have 2 candlestick courses on our site. They're freaking awesome. And learning candlesticks is going to help you be a better trader. Recognize these patterns. So this thing really broke out of this 50% level, closed under 244. Look at it. I mean, look at it respect these fibs. If you guys want to learn how to use these tools, join our group. $10. We've got private members only videos where I like an instructor, I try to teach you on how to set up this tool and use this tool effectively. And you can see I draw it and look where price goes to. So this has helped me immensely, immensely as a trader, because when things start to run, I have an expected area where I expect them to stop, and that helps me get the best exit. So getting the best entries and exits is what it's all about, and finding these trend lines, these hidden trend lines. And also follow me, guys. I'm on Twitter at Trendline Master. I'm going to start teaching a little bit there as well, posting my charts. So if you check out at Trendline Master, that's my new Twitter handle that Lucian hates. But it's really all about trend lines, guys, and fib levels and finding these things. So, but you join, you're going to learn a lot from us in a short time. I'll tell you that. And it's stuff that I've spent some money on courses, read a lot. I've never seen anybody teaching kind of like, what we're teaching. And, it's really resonated with people, and it's good stuff. So come check us out. So here we go. This is AEZS is at the top of the channel. This is probably going to pull back here, and it might pull back kind of hard. There was a lot of selling towards the end of the day. And this doji candle here has got me worried it's going to pull back to the 9 EMA on the hourly. But the trend is overall up, so if you got a great entry down here, you're probably okay for a pullback. And there's still another short trend line here. And if you look at the 5-day, 5-minute, there it is. There's that hourly trend line. So this might, consolidate around here for the whole day. Jump back, test this trend line here, and then eventually continue to move up. If you look at like the really, nothing shows up on the weekly. If you're looking at the longer term daily, what this pattern is, it's really made this bottom almost like a V, kind of a V bottom, a really wide one. And it's got to contend with a lot of horizontal resistance in this 244 level. So it could consolidate here for a while, or it could reject it. I mean, this is a really big run from the last two earnings, essentially, to this level. So and a lot of times what will happen is, they'll reach a level like this. This has already bounced 50% from its highs. It's going to react in this level, and you don't know if it's up or down. So keep an eye, draw your trend lines, have these fib levels mapped out. And, you'll know what to expect. And that's what it's about. So, yeah, I think there were some pot stocks that popped up. I know, let's see. There's probably some pot stocks on here on the scanner that we use to do our day trade watch list. So, I don't know, is Pot N one? Pot Network Holdings Inc. This one came up, and this one got above its 9, 20, and 50, closed with a really bullish candle, and might be breaking out and going back up to this horizontal resistance. So POTN, Codex, I don't know what these guys do, but I know David and a couple other guys got a good scalp on this today. I was not paying attention to this one. This one kind of traded similar to TVIX today a little bit until it got to here. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Thinkorswim has an easy, hard to borrow tab, so you can add that right to your watch list, and bam. So if you guys go and actually, you don't even have to be a member to join or to view our watch list. You won't get our alert levels, but our watch list, if you go to our website over here and you go over to alerts, you'll see stock watch list. So every night we post our watch list here. So you got our day trade watch list and our swing trade watch list. But if you want the alerts, which we recommend them, especially if you're new, you're going to have the areas support and resistance mapped out for you. And and we talk about these tickers, you know, in the trade room, and you know, and sometimes we get distracted with the trade idea scan because we love trade ideas so much. But you know, if you guys join us for $10, if you've been building a watch list and taking an hour or two or however long it takes you each night to build your own watch list, we do it for you. You know, so for $10 a month, you're getting your hour back every night or every week or however long you trade. So a little goes a long way with us, guys. That's kind of what we're trying to do. But you know, we got all our trade rooms here, alerts, a getting started tab. You know, people are always like, how do I get started? Check out our getting started tab. We do some coaching. We got merch, so if you guys want to buy some Bullish Bears gear, all of our courses, these are all free with the exception of a few videos from each one or two maybe. And then members only get members only videos. They view our trade ideas. They get replays of all of our webinars. And then this is kind of where you can manage your account and change your screen trade room name and stuff like that. So that's the breakdown, guys. I got to run. This is the swing trade watch list for tonight. I'm going to pull my day trade watch list from this scan a little bit later, and I'll send out the email. You guys will get the alerts. Everything will be posted on the site, hopefully nice and uniformed before late. And thanks you, Wading and Weed. Wading and Weed said he's going to be joining up soon, so thank you for that. We love new members. We're growing fast, guys, and it's a good thing. We got so many great, helpful people. It's not just me and Lucian. There's a team. We've got Clint, we've got Rose, we've got David, Carol Wong, who's very quiet but very knowledgeable. When she does comment, it's good information. She's paying attention. So we've got some great mods, and then even the people who aren't mods in our team, check out other trade rooms. There's not people teaching and helping and posting charts and doing what we're doing here. It's really special. We're really proud of it, and it's different. So you're welcome, Ryan. You're welcome, Wading and Weed. I'm going to take off, go take care of some business, and I might be doing the stream for you guys tomorrow morning. So check us out. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. You got our alerts. You know when we're going live. And I might be doing the day trade or pre-market and day trade for you guys. I got to see what my schedule's like in the morning. So have a good night. Love you all. Catch you later. Peace.